What's going on, AI hentai artists? This is Dean from Wafflypie, and we are going to start Chapter 5 of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door today. To do so, we're going to talk to this man who we haven't really taken a good look at, but throughout the game, if you were to come to this bar, you'd see him singing his little song to his red crystal skull. Maybe an Indiana Jones type. And what do you want, ah? Who, me, you ask about? Ah, I am called Flavio. I am, how you say, a trader? The richest man in Rogueport. Monetary wealth gives me freedom, yes, and the freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is it that a man whose life is unchained must always long for yet more, ah? What is missing from my life? This tears at my very insides. I must know. What do I lack? I would say thrills. Thrills, you say, ah? I suppose one does need some thrills every now and then. There's nothing like the feeling of being alone on a mountain shivering to death. Ah, no, foolish Flavio, not chills, you silly man. What I need are thrills. Wait! Hold the horses, that's it! Now that I'm thinking of it, I once heard that the treasure of Cortez, the pirate king. Yes! This is the answer. Oh, such happiness for me. A hunt for pirate treasure. Why, that just shrieks of romance and thrills and emotion and even money. Do you not know the tale, the pirate king's treasure, hidden on Keelhaul Key? Ah, well, tales say that this pirate King Cortez hid his hoard of pirate booty there. For years treasure hunters and ruffians have gone there in search of the loot, but not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle. People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seek his treasure. Eek! It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Keelhaul Key. But that will not stop Flavio. That treasure is there, yes, and I'm going to prove it. For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, sailor of the seven seas. What is it that you're saying? You're also looking for a treasure, here in Rogueport. Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull armpit of a town. You cannot be believing each stupid rumor about treasure from some street urchin spews out. No, 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 no! Now what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, hand it over. Rather, I mean, show me. You are having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keelhaul Key. You swine! You mean to steal my treasure out from under me, you awful, awful man. Well, now I'm confused. You're looking for things known as the crystal stars? But now that I'm thinking, a star-shaped stone was said to be in Cortez's hoard. Perhaps I could sell it for a staggering amount of cash? Yes, that would be... Ah, stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, thrills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fate at work. Flavio shall go with you to Keelhaul Key. Of course, the crystal star is yours, yes, but the rest of the treasure is mine. Huh? You must repeat that. Flavio's ears are plugged. You have no ship? Ha ha ha! You unfortunate foolish man. Do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time, and it will be massive and glorious. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I will volunteer myself as our intrepid leader. Yes, and you will be captain. Ah, danger and adventure tickle my nostrils. Come to the harbor right away. Okay. If you say so, why can't we just continue the conversation here? Fortunately, it's not too far. But I don't know if you saw it last episode when we were going through all our troubles, but this grand ship of the fleet moored in the harbor is, of course, Flavio's own. And he's already assembled a crew, including some characters that we've never seen before. I mean, these toads and even this guy, they're all, you know, patrons of the harbor, but we've got the guy up there who's completely new. So. Ah, yes, so it is you, huh? Well, sadly a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She's a fine vessel, no? She's the SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Ah, behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty. She's a savage beast on the water, tops among sailboats. But above all, I can tell you, this proud ship can. Yes? Did you speak? Yes, of course. The problem that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. The SS Flavion, she bewitches me. Yes, well, here's the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest-ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now, here's the real problem. The waters around Keelhaul Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator. It's, how you say, a pickle. Oi, Flavio. That's a bad voice. Heard you were talking there, sir. If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution. Do not tease me, Papatch. You can solve our problem, then spit it out already. Well, sir, I've heard talk of a famed, no, a legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Barbary. A salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have a helmsman's touch, sir, and can make a ship bow to his will. Thing is, there ain't a soul won't see him out in the seas as late. Bassa boom. Problem solved. Let us scout out this Barbary fellow and get him on board. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That would be you, Mario. That does sound fair to everyone, does it not? I'm on board, sure thing. Then it is decided. You shall find, or must find this Barbary and bring him here. Our fortune sails with you. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that I know exactly where Barbary is. If you didn't, then a little short search of Rogueport would leave you finding a single locked door. Almost every building actually in Rogueport is accessible to us, save for this one, which is on the other side of Professor Frankly's house. This one right here. It's locked from the inside. But take a look up top. He's got a chimney, and while normally it is a little bit too short to just hop right into, we have the power of tube mode. The very chimney that there was a star piece hiding behind earlier. But we can hop on down and speak with Admiral Barbary himself. I was planning on doing like a off-Irish pirate accent, but from what you could hear of Papatch, I'm not ready to make one up on the spot. What do you blokes want? How's that? Before we talk to him, though, we're gonna go in the back of his house and grab a shine sprite. So deep voice is what we're doing. You seek Admiral Barbary? That doesn't really fit him, though. You seek Admiral Barbary? Never heard of the gent. Take your search elsewhere. And he kindly unlocks the door. Now away with you. Alright, well if it's not him, then whatever. Maybe this old man knows of another old man. Bobbery? That old sea dog lives in the east side house right next door. They say he was a great and important sailor long ago. Okay. Well, at least he knows his neighbors. Well, obviously we know that it's you, sir. Admiral yeah. If you... oh yeah. I haven't the faintest clue, so, go on and look for someone else, is exactly what he said. Drop the act, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Barbary. What poppycock. Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job, hmm? So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something, is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keelhaul Key. Awfully sorry, dear boy. But when I say no, what I mean is no. Okay. What's the next move, Chief? Salty old dude's going nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyway? Know what we ought to do? Find someone who knows what this dude's deal is. Okay. Well, we started our search for a way to Keelhaul Key in the bar. And every sailor, at least, knows his drink. So let's check out what the bar keep, the waiter? The barkeep knows. Okay, Vivian, you can hang out on the counter there, that's fine. You say Bobbery won't go to the sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. Real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keelhaul Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. Fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying. But I'll tell it to you if you really want me to. Sure. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love, and the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now Bobbery was a renowned sailor, and he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived, and they found happiness where they could, and all was good for a while. But not all good things can last. It was particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill. A virus, a passing cold, no one knew, but soon turned serious. Bobbery, at sea on a long, lonely voyage, knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health, and I would have saved her. I could have. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him always, haunting his sleep. He had never gone out to sea once, or since. I can't imagine what that poor man went through. No wonder he won't sail. You all know his tale now, so tell me, do you still want him to return to the sea? Yes. We have no choice. Another man's suffering does not stand in the way of our personal gain. Very well. I understand. If you're that determined, I'll give you this. You got the old letter. A letter Scarlet wrote to Barbary on her deathbed. On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote Barbary a final letter. You hold it in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him so he may hear my voice. This was her last request. But when I saw Barbary in misery trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Barbary. Thank you so much, Podley. We'll deliver the letter, don't you worry. Ready, Mario? Okay. Well, that's, oddly convenient that she knew exactly the circumstance that he would be left in.